All right, welcome to another episode of the Set Breaker podcast. We are back again, and guys, a lot has happened in the past week. A lot has happened. So let's start with, before I get into it, I'm going to focus a lot on my sexual moratorium, which is basically I abstained from having sex or, all that, whatever, for 5 months. And today is the day that it ends. Okay? And I'm going to explain why later. But before I get into that, so as some of you know, I have been on this program called the 75 Hard, which is for 75 days. I have to do one 45-minute workout outside, one 45-minute workout inside, drink a gallon of water a day, stick to a diet, take a progress photo a day, and read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. Okay. And today is, I think it's day 14, I believe. Day 14 or day 13, one of those. And I got into a groove. My cardio is through the roof now because before I wouldn't run. Now I'm running and I'm feeling bomb as fuck. And it forces you to realize your schedule, like plan things out better. And you have something to look forward to, especially during these moments of lockdown where there's not a whole lot to look forward to unless you create your own little world, right? And I got motherfucking food poisoning for the past 2 days. Okay, yesterday wasn't nearly as bad, all right? But the day before that, I think I had diarrhea 8 to 10 times. It was bad. My asshole started to hurt. I had to go to the shower to start putting soap and water and splash it on my ass because toilet paper and baby wipes are hurting my butt because it was getting so swollen from all the wiping and the shitting. It was painful. Yeah. And I still managed to do my 45-minute workout outside and inside. Now, granted, the 45-minute workout outside was just a walk. But walking for 45 minutes is a lot more than people do in this modern day and age. So it's okay. And in terms of the workout inside, the 45-minute workout, I did yoga each day for 45 minutes. It was tough, but I'm glad I pushed through it because today I feel a lot better. Okay, so 2 days ago, I only ate one meal, and then I shit it all out, and I didn't eat the rest of the day. And then yesterday, I had Pedialyte and just ate, I think, 10 pieces of toast because that's the only thing I could eat. I had a banana, and I shit that out right away. So I had toast and then I think 4 applesauces. Those little mini things of applesauce. And then today, I had cilantro chicken soup from El Pollo Inca. Now, I've had food poisoning maybe, I think, 5 times in a row for 5 years. And I don't know why I get it so much. I don't know where it comes from. But I seem to not have the best of luck when it comes to that. So I have learned exactly how to approach food poisoning so I heal even faster. So yeah, don't drink Gatorade because Gatorade has too much sugar and it fucks you up. And don't chug water. Don't chug Gatorade because last time I did that, I went to the hospital because it makes you shit more, makes you throw up more. Don't do that. Sip Pedialyte. Even if you feel dehydrated, just sip it because that replaces the essential electrolytes and whatever vitamins and shit that you need. All right. And yeah, Pedialyte, it does have some sugar, but it's low. Gatorade has a lot of sugar. And if you're going to drink Gatorade, cut that shit with water, like half water, half Gatorade, something like that. But I'd rather get Pedialyte. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Let's get to the bread and butter of this episode. Okay. So today, I waited until Thursday. Today's Friday. Just kidding. Friday to be able, because May 8th, because that's when the sexual moratorium ends. And the whole point of the sexual moratorium is to see, and again, so this happened right after my breakup. I decided, look, a lot of people, they like to have sex and go around and do crazy shit. Me, I knew that if you do that, it's just a bandage. You don't get better. You don't learn. You won't meet a better person because you're going to repeat the same fucking mistakes. People are like, oh, no, you're single now. You can have all the sex in the world you want with everybody that you want. It's not a problem. It's amazing. Now, people prioritize sex with strangers too damn much, man. It's a weird fucking thing. It's unhealthy. It's just like how people really accept binge drinking as a norm. Just because a lot of people do it doesn't mean it's healthy. Just because a lot of people take jobs that they fucking hate doesn't mean it's right and that it's good for you to do. Okay? A lot of people are sad. A lot of people are not happy. Fuck that nonsense. So anyways, trying to open this water bottle real quick. I need some water. I want to share with you what I learned during my sexual moratorium. I'm going to be honest. During this time, you're allowed to jack off. So I would jack off maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks. It wasn't that often, just to like do it, right? And when I would do it, and this is what I learned from the book No More Mr. Nice Guy by Robert A. Glover. I recommend every guy read this book, and maybe even girls. I think it'll help you too. Understand your boyfriend or guys much better. So when you masturbate, you're supposed to what he suggests, Dr. Glover suggests, is don't fantasize, don't watch porn, just go by feel. Okay. For a long time, I would just watch porn or fantasize, and every time I always felt guilty, without fail. I just never felt good. So I tried the whole blank the mind, don't think about shit, just go by feel, and then take your time. And funny enough, the first time I busted a nut, it felt great, and I knew what my body likes, and I didn't get that guilt. Now, I can't explain any scientific details to this, if there is some, but psychologically, it makes sense because it's supposed to teach you that your pleasure lies in your own hands. So if you're always using fantasy, well, first of all, let's start with porn. If you're always using porn, that's teaching you you have to depend on this material, this video shit. That's, in my opinion, super bad for the mind of a male. There was one point 12 years ago where I had erectile dysfunction because I had to depend on that. Like I couldn't even have sex with this one girl, which is why, that was when I was 18, which is why I didn't really lose my virginity until 21, because I could have had sex with her on multiple occasions, but I couldn't get hard enough. If I got hard, it wouldn't stay hard. It would go away right away. So it was a mixture of performance anxiety and just needing porn. I remember asking her one time, do you mind if we put on porn, so I can get hard? And I put it on, and then she's like jacking me off with lotion for like 40 minutes, and it just wasn't working. And I'm like, no, it'll get better. And it just didn't work. Now I have absolutely no issue. I got the meat. You bring the heat. And we have Korean barbecue. Okay. So yeah, the sexual moratorium. What did I learn during this time? I learned that I healed even faster from all my previous breakups or whatever girls that were there in my life and then left. Because you realize, like, you train your brain to know that you don't need to have sex to feel fulfilled or to feel normal or to feel like you're succeeding in life. And I suggest early on for guys after breakups, don't even jack off either. Because when I would jack off, my brain is still associating that orgasm with her, the ex-girlfriend. So I purposely didn't masturbate or do, for like, I think the first few months, I tried not to. And I did a pretty good job because I noticed I was in tune with my mind and my body and realized, oh, this is not good for me, because I'll think of her. Not while I'm doing it, but after. Like, I'll be like, oh, man, those good times. Man, fuck that shit. And then I learned also in the sexual moratorium, when I get the urge to have sex, or like when I'd hit up certain girls that I don't really give a fuck about, but I know that like me, which is a lot of us do it. But I wanted to learn, what the fuck am I doing? I want to not hook up with girls I don't care about and that don't care about me, because it sucks when you bust a nut and you're just like, oh, whatever. So I found that the times where I'd be triggered into seeking that. Now, I didn't go out of my way, but in my mind was looking for it. I was like, oh, maybe I could hit this person up. Maybe I could hit that person up. But then the urge to do that came from when things weren't going right in my life. For instance, if I didn't post a certain amount of videos that day, then I felt like a failure, then I'd get horny. Right? Or whatever I think is horny. But that's just fucked up. I just got a package. Hopefully they don't ring the bell because I'm recording a podcast. But yeah, the thing with that is, now I lost my train of thought. Because I was like, this guy's listening to me. But he's really not. He doesn't give a fuck. Because you know why? Because they have multiple packages to make. He's not going to put his ear on the door and be like, I wonder what's going on. Paranoia. What was I saying? Yeah. So, you know, when things were not going right, or when I felt not like I was at a certain level that I wanted to be that day, or if I didn't get enough sleep, or basically when I wasn't showing myself self-love. And self-love, all the things under self-love, the umbrella of self-love is making sure that you're always growing in your path or your pursuit of whether it's your dream or your career each day, exercising, getting enough sleep, eating healthy, doing your meditation, whatever it is to keep mentally healthy and emotionally healthy. So when I wasn't doing that, then I'd feel the urge to either masturbate or feel like I wanted to hit up a girl to have sex, which again, I didn't hit up any girl, but I did maybe DM and be like, hey, how are you doing? And I'm like, what am I fucking doing? And then just left it at that. Not like they would actually do it with me, but you know, in your head, you're like, oh, this is a potential prospect. Yeah. And by refusing to allow those urges to, because look, sex, getting horny is natural, yes. But we as a society have become so hypersexualized that we just think it's normal to masturbate all day, to watch porn, to watch these two fucking random people have sex and think it's normal. That is not normal. That is not healthy. It's not. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Because that's also why a lot of, like, you know, that's why guys will cheat. Because they won't feel satisfied. If they watch a lot of porn, they won't feel satisfied by their current person that they're with. It warps the mind, it warps the brain, and they feel like they need even more stimulation visually. Or they feel like, oh, there's more out there. Super unhealthy. But I grew a lot, and all this stuff happened in lockdown, quarantine. So you can imagine how much tougher it would be right when you get out of a relationship, and you know, you can go stir crazy because you're not working and you're inside all day. But I've learned to create a routine to keep me mentally healthy and emotionally healthy, and to relieve, just pull that tab on the soda can. Because if you don't do little things to pull that tab on a soda can that gets shaken up, that soda can is going to explode, right? Yeah. Water. I'm drinking water right now, and it feels so damn good. Because I could not drink water the past 2 days without shitting myself. Oh. Barely drink water, but now I'm good. Going 5 months on a sexual moratorium is, I guess, pretty extreme to some people, but I went celibate for 1.5 years one time because I was trying to figure out, why the fuck do I feel like I have to go on dates all the time? Why do I feel like I have to be on Tinder and all these online dating all the time? Why? And for 1.5 years, I purposely did not have sex or go on dates because I knew something is fucked up and I need to figure this out. And that was a few years ago, which led to getting into a relationship, my last one, and then getting out of that relationship, and then which led to this sexual moratorium, which finally solidified these lessons I have, because now I just don't want to have sex with random people. It's just not fulfilling. It's like we build this fantasy in our head of that we see in movies, or just like, oh we got to be more man by allowing our animalistic instincts just to come out. But we've evolved, man. I mean, yeah, we're still animals at the end of the day, right? Like, I still want to fuck, sure, but I just don't feel good fucking these random ass girls I don't give a fuck about, because I care more about growth, which also ties in with I care more about growth with my career and my life, my dreams. Growth mentality, something with substance, something with quality. You know? So to the guys out there listening, try going on this sexual moratorium. And for, I don't know, let's say 2 months, maybe. Make it a little bit easier. See what you learn. Think about when you have this urge to jack off. Like, so here's another thing. When I play video games, I would feel like I needed to jack off. And I learned it's because when you're playing video games, you get detached from your body and your mind. And then I just feel like your body's begging for you to come back to the present, which what better way than just fucking touch your own dick. Right? Like you get so separated from your conscience, your body just kind of wanting to do its own thing on its own. Revert back to just like caveman shit. Just jack off or fuck something. Right? Not high level conscious thinking. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than any of you talking about this stuff. It's just, I'm 30. I wanted to change. I wanted to learn about myself. Like, tired of these relationships that have no true substance, and just want everything in my life to be a lot more meaningful. Just way more meaningful, and to follow my heart. Because we're emotional creatures, dude. Humans are, that's what separates us from animals. The animals out there that can just fuck, like bonobos, just fuck each other and then fuck the guys, fuck the girls. They all fuck it. They're like bisexual animals. Or like bears or whatever the fuck. They all just, they kill, they eat, they fuck. They don't think because they don't have what humans have, which is empathy and the ability to think about an action before they take that action. Yeah. I learned a lot, man. I'm glad it's over. Not like I'm going to go out, I mean, like I'm dating somebody now, obviously, so she's the only one I would make love to. You see what I said right there? Make love to. I didn't say fuck because I care about her. But I'm into dirty talk too, so that. But for this podcast, I'm going to say make love. Some people would be like, well, it's because your testosterone's getting lower. That's why. That's what my ex said. She was like, he has low testosterone. I'm like, no, I just don't want to have sex with you because you're crazy. Because you almost killed us. And you're abusive and you're crazy. I'm not just blaming her. It was my choice of saying it. And I said crazy shit too. Because when you're with somebody who you're not supposed to be with and they bring out the worst in you and you continue to stay, the relationship, it's not just a relationship that gets worse, but both of you get worse. You just become people that you won't even recognize. So like this person I'm talking to right now, I always have a good time while I'm talking to her and after talking to her. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel pessimistic. In fact, she's helped me a lot in my endeavors, pursuing my dreams and stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but maybe later when... or if I share more, because I'm trying to respect her privacy. Yeah, because it's still fairly new, So, and there's no, I don't like those people that like, oh, I just started talking to somebody. It's been like 2 weeks, and they post everything on Instagram for the likes and a bunch of bullshit. That's all superficial shit. That's all arm candy. That's all, hey, look at me. By the way, if I seem a little unenthusiastic, it's because I am still a bit fatigued. I ran 45 minutes outside in the hot sun. But it felt fucking good, though. I pushed myself. I was like, you could take one more day off. Just do like a walk. I said, no. I jogged maybe half of it, the 45 minutes, and I walked the rest of it. But I'm more proud of myself for doing that, pushing through, even though I was feeling kind of fucked up. But yeah. And today I was going to do karaoke like every Friday on Instagram Live. But I told my buddy, hey man, I'm tired. And I have to live stream today too on TikTok. So, got to prioritize that. Yeah. I don't know. I've been feeling good lately. I think we all need these moments of getting fucked up to just kind of be able to appreciate what the fuck we have, right? Like, I appreciate my health even more after not even being able to eat a banana without shitting my ass and just being fatigued all day. Not even being able to drink water. That's fucked up. Not even being able to drink water. That's some fucked up shit. Health really is number one above all. Because if you don't have your health, you can't do anything. You can't even talk shit with your friends like you normally would. Like if you're a gossip, Debbie Downer motherfucker, you're not even gonna have the energy to talk shit about Jennifer or Becky or whatever, right? Because you're so tired. Because you're unhealthy. And with this whole Corona thing, I think people are so in their head. Yeah, shit's happening. But if you're inside, you don't need to keep thinking about it because you're inside. Like, stop stressing yourself out and fucking yourself over, because that stress lowers your immune system and you're more likely to get sick. It's going to affect your digestive system, everything, your mental health, your emotional health. And even being outside, like, dude, it's okay. You're driving, you're fine. You're not going to get it from somebody that's walking on the curb and the sidewalk. You know? Yeah. Just stay optimistic during these times. Don't get all paranoid and like, oh, everything's over. It's not over, dude. This is nothing compared to the Black Plague. The Black Plague and, you know, whatever else happened in the past. Yes, people are dying. Yes. People are getting sick. But also nobody really talked about like the whole, when there's people getting AIDS and dying of that, or people dying from drugs. How many people die of car accidents every year too? All those combined. It's a lot of people getting killed. The reason why I'm talking like this is just to put it into perspective. Everybody's just focusing on this because, yeah, you can pass it, whatever. But anything can fucking happen. So just stay optimistic. Keep your head up. Smile. I know I barely smile this whole time because I'm just talking about serious stuff. And it's hot as fucking here. I closed all the windows. It's got a nice breeze outside, but I closed all the windows because I get a little shy about my neighbors hearing me talk about this type of stuff. It's funny because I could do stand-up and talk about anything I want, but for some reason when I'm recording a podcast, I imagine them eavesdropping, just like how I imagined the Amazon guy eavesdropping on me, and he's not. But how hilarious would that be if I went outside, opened the door, and he's still there listening with his ear against the door? I'd feel first a little aggressive, like maybe I should defend my territory. But then I'd be like, you know what, man? Have you heard of the Setbreaker podcast? It's pretty fucking fire. It's my podcast. You can listen to it if you want. Yeah. You guys aren't sending me questions, man. Send me some fucking questions. I want to answer it. I want to answer your guys' questions. But it is interesting because more of you are listening to my podcast. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. I feel pretty good. You know what? I'm going to go. It's hot. I want to watch My Hero Academia. Oh, by the way, before I go, I'm on season 4 of My Hero Academia. Man, that's why I'm also kind of out of it, because I was crying, and I'm not going to tell you what happened. No spoilers. But I was crying. And also, I cry whether something bad happens or whether something good happens in anime. Like, I've cried because I got so inspired before. So now you have no idea what I mean. Because I hate giving away spoilers. And I hate spoilers too. So yeah, look, guys. Stay positive, okay? Use this time to really learn about yourself. Figure yourself out, as painful as it is, okay? Nothing in life that's worth is going to be easy peasy as fuck. Become friends with struggle. Because we're going to struggle no matter what in life, but it's up to you to choose what you want to struggle with. You know what I mean? Anyways, enough of this. I think it's time for me to go. So guys, thank you for listening to the Setbreaker podcast. This has been your host, Mike Kim. And I will see you next week on the Setbreaker podcast. So until then, have a good night. Have a good morning. And have a good day. See you later. Peace.